Alright, we're doing a tune-up on our UST 2300 generator. Just a little inexpensive Pep Boys generator. I'm going to show you a couple things today. I'm going to show you how to change the oil. I'm going to show you how to change the spark plug, which is right there. How to clean out the carburetor and throttle body. How to clean the air cleaner. And then also how to change the oil, which is on this side. Right here you'll notice this wire. This is an oil pressure sending wire. If this wire senses that you're below oil pressure, it'll automatically shut off, and that's what it's doing. So we're going to go through and show you how to do the maintenance on this. Alright, I'm going to show you what we're going to use. We have a little SAE 1030 GTX oil we're going to be using for the engine itself over here. Some throttle body cleaner, which you're going to be using for the carburetor and throttle body injection thing. Then we're going to also be using an NGK plug. This is a 6ES, and we'll take you over here. Alright, first thing we're going to start with is a spark plug, which is located right here. Okay, and we have a 13/16 spark plug wrench. Just going to put that on there, break that loose. Okay. And we are going to be putting an NGK plug in here. Grab the plug in just 1 second. This is an NGK 6ES. That's what I found that works best in this generator. So just gonna put that in there. This is a pretty simple part. The spark plugs are pretty easy to replace. The only difficult part about this is it's kind of in a tough location with this little valve body right there. So what I like to do is just kind of do it by hand as far as you can, and then put the wrench on at the last minute, or put the socket on. So just thread it all in by hand as much as you can. Now this particular engine, you can kind of tilt it down. You can bring it down just a little bit because it's got motor mounts in it. So I'll do that as I'm tightening it down just to take the pressure off. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Alright, this air cleaner is pretty easy to remove. There's a little latch on the bottom, you flip that down. Same thing on the top, just flip it up. Okay, and then that just pulls out. Then I'll take you over here, show you this side, and that just kind of pulls out. And this is your throttle body, and then we're going to take this off just so we can access it a little better. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to clean the air intake. We've got some grease and oil, and we want to clean all that out. So we're just going to take that same throttle body cleaner. Okay. Now these are just old shop tables that I've used. They're just portable tables. I find that, man, they are so handy to have. But just clean this off. Get all as much oil out of there as you can. That's the whole reason we're trying to do this tune-up, to help it run a little bit better. Okay, then we'll take this piece here, do the same thing. I can see there's a lot of oil buildup in here. It's a good idea that we're giving this thing a tune-up. I don't know if I've ever tuned this one up. I've had it for about 3 years. And my other video, I really take care of my pressure washer. I should service this a lot more than I do. It's not difficult to do, it's just time consuming. Take it out, you know, bolt everything back in, and kind of a pain in the butt, but anyway. And the same thing with this. Just hit it with the cleaner. And this is kind of like a sponge, so you can't really wipe it. You gotta more so much like dab it and get all the dirt and debris out of it. Okay. So that's pretty much all you have to do. I mean, it's still a little bit dirty, but at least it doesn't have the big oil on it like it did. Had a lot of oil and dirt before I started. So now we'll just put this back together. We'll put those 4 Phillips bolts in. We'll put this in place. Alright, so I got to zoomed in here a little bit. This is what we're trying to attack. This is the throttle body. You see I adjust it. I can hit it with my throttle right here, okay? So that's what we're trying to clean. If you look, you can see how shiny this is. It's got an actual oil on it. You can just kind of tell that we need to clean this and it needs some maintenance. We also got some oil buildup on this, which is just normal for, you know, it need to be serviced. You can see a lot of that oil. There shouldn't be oil in there. It should be pretty dry. So all we got to do is just take your throttle body cleaner, okay, and then just spray that in there, and then just work the throttle just to kind of free that up a little bit. And all we're trying to do is clean that. It's not too complicated, but we do want to be able to get some good cleaning in there, okay? So that's what we're trying to attack, is that right there. Okay, and that's really all you have to do to service this. You can come in from the side, you know, and clean this up if you wish. It's not too crucial. You do want to have it clean so that things can move freely, okay? But that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish, is just get everything freed up so there's no oil residue in there, and then we'll come in with a towel. All right, now we're going to change the oil. What I did is I just kind of braced this up with a couple 2x4s, and then I put a little old pan underneath. Got a 12 millimeter, and then I'm just going to break that loose. We'll see how dirty this oil is. It's been a while since I've changed this. I don't know if I've ever serviced the air box, but I have changed the oil. Oh, look at that. There's hardly any in there. I always want to take the cap off so it can breathe, so it can drain good. But man, it looks like there's hardly any oil in that. So glad we're here servicing it. See how black it is? Definitely needs to have an oil change. So, all right, got it all drained out. Just go ahead and put your plug back in. And it says it takes approximately 20 ounces. And if you look at a quart is approximately 16 ounces. So, if my math is correct, it's going to take about a quart, close to a quart, maybe a little more. Okay, so we want to tighten that back down, and we need to use this type of a funnel. It's the transmission funnel. So just set that right there, and we'll put some oil in. I'll turn it up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use the SAE 1030. It's what I use in all my small engines. This one's almost gone, so I'll use a little bit of this and then probably another whole quart. Okay, so we'll top this off and we'll come back and check. Alright, so let's test it out and see how we did. Turn it on. Works like a champ. I really like it. Alright, so it's all done. We changed the oil. We changed the spark plug. We also did a service on the air intake and the throttle body, and we cleaned the air filter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I've never done a tune-up on this one. I've changed the oil, changed the spark plug, but I've never cleaned the throttle body, so I even learned something on this one as well. So anyway, please comment, subscribe, rate, and check us out at scottysmobiledetailing.com. We got some new videos coming up on AstroQuake, so also if you're following that, watch that. We're going to start on that one pretty soon. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys on the next video.